So, guys, Dave Umahi has started confessing about what happened to that particular lady that was found dead and naked in his house in Abuja. You know, like I said, a whole lot of circumstances surrounding these ladies. I'm going to play the video so you can listen to what Dave Umahi said, the Minister of Works. A whole lot of the circumstances surrounding the lady's death are not clear. There are a whole lot of uncertainties, things that need to be verified. Forensic investigations need to be carried out. Let me just play the video so you could listen to what Dave Umahi said, the confessions, and how he broke his silence and narrated what happened and all that. But there are loopholes in the things he said, which I'm going to pinpoint after I play this particular video. Just listen to him first. When we come back, we'll analyze issues there.
And they also live in the same compound with other workers at the guest house in Asokoro, where I stay. And somebody whose hair is reserved for is given, as if wrong gears were transported to, our residence. And that's the impression, the person, the lawyers have been briefed, and they will take on the people that are evil and say they are fighting for the freedom of the country. Because if you intentionally did it, the death of the young lady will be far, far better than yours. Because, everybody is called at the time of God. So that lady, was a worker of Federal University Teaching Hospital, Umahi. That lady was second to that ministry. The second lady is also a physiotherapist from Benue State, seconded also to the ministry, a worker in Federal, Teaching Hospital. And so it's unfortunate that she passed on. When you use the death of people to create content and deceive people, it means your time is up. So I ordered that there must be autopsy. The family reported to the hospital when they noticed this. The family also reported to the police. So where is the secrecy that every people were reporting? Where is the secrecy? The same moment it was discovered, her door was broken to see that she was, she had passed on. And so they invited the doctors, and the doctors came, did everything to revive her, but it wasn't possible. And then they now, took her to the clinic and they invited the police. So where is the secrecy in it? If not that people are evil, and so shall evil follow them.
Now, let us analyze some of the loopholes and some of the certain things that are actually going on this case, or in this case, that are not quite certain. Now, people should know that the family of this girl, or this woman known as Mary, Habila, actually went to a court and got an affidavit for the hospital, probably for no autopsy to be conducted on the body of this particular lady. And that raises a whole lot of questions, because from what the minister narrated in this video I just played, that the lady was actually found dead in her room. They had to break her door to actually access her room, and she was found dead, and they called the medical doctors and all that to resuscitate her and all that, but all efforts were abortive and all that, and she was taken to the hospital and probably to the mortuary. But the question people are asking is this. Now listen, the Minister of Works, being Dave Umahi, did not raise alarm, did not release an official statement when this incident happened in his house. Do you know what it means that you're a minister and someone died in your own residence and a house? You did not release any official statement until an independent investigative journalist brought it out and broke the news. Not just that, that raises a very big question. That the family that is asking that an autopsy should not be conducted to know the real cause of the death of their daughter raises a very serious question. This family, are they being threatened? Are they being compensated, which is the normal, act of our normal Nigerian politicians? This is what they do. This is what our Nigerian politicians do. They often, as a matter of fact, whenever they commit one or two atrocities, they try to compensate the family or shut the family up by threatening them here and there. So many people are asking that a forensic investigation, an independent investigation should be done with regards to this, with respect to this, if, as a matter of fact, they were threatened or probably they were compensated not to, carry out this particular autopsy, because the minister should insist, because as a minister, you need to clear your name. Even if the family says, I don't want autopsy, you as a minister, because it happened in your own residence and you're a public figure, that means you must insist. There is no negotiation there. You must insist that an autopsy should be conducted, at least to clear your own name. But you, being so lenient about it, that, being so lenient about this entire case, that, when the family said an autopsy should not be conducted and you agreed with them, it means it's part of complicity, because as a minister you must insist with everything in you that an autopsy should be conducted so you can clear your name. And for you not to come out publicly to release a statement when this thing happened, that means there are some certain secrecy surrounding it, and an independent investigation must, as a matter of fact, be conducted on this particular case. Must be conducted to know the real cause of probably what is actually going on. It can't be swept under the carpet. It can't be swept under the carpet. Yes, the minister might have given his own side of the story, but we must actually, conduct an investigation to know the true story, because this is own part of the story. That have we actually, gotten to know what killed this particular young lady in her room? Was she poisoned, or what was the circumstances surrounding her death? You can't just say people should accept it like that. No, and the family do not even have the right, because this is a very big, dent. The family do not even have the right to say, oh, an autopsy should not be conducted, and Ude Umahi had to agree with what the family said. It is nonsensical. You're a minister, for crying out loud, and you must, as a matter of fact, clear your name and make sure that your name is cleared. So there are some certain things that are not yet clear in the loop, and these are the loopholes which Dave Umahi failed to address. Number one, why didn't you release an official statement when this incident happened? Why must you allow an independent, research investigative journalist to break the news before you, as a minister, broke the news? Something happened. Something of this nature of gravity happened in your own house, and you didn't, bring out that particular information. Again, why is the family not demanding for autopsy? Why is the family going as far as going to a court to swear an affidavit not to carry out an autopsy? These are not adding up, to be very honest with you. Well, do want to drop your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think about this entire happening. Do you think something is actually fishy in this entire case? Something is not adding up. Bet me, something is not literally adding up. This is because the only reason why a family will go to a court to take an affidavit that nobody should carry out an autopsy on that particular case is that they've been paid, they've been settled, or they've been threatened. That's the only reason. Even if the family do not want an autopsy, why are they going as far as going to a court? Because what the court does by giving that affidavit is to prevent any medical group or association or any person from carrying out an autopsy. So you could see that it is far beyond what we are thinking. It's far beyond what Dave Umahi is trying to narrate there. Because a family could say, okay, fine, give us the corpse of our daughter, let us go and bury. It's a different case than going as far as going to a court to block every avenue of carrying out an autopsy. That means somebody must have threatened them to make sure that they clean up all the mess and make sure that there is no, loophole for anybody to carry out an autopsy to ascertain the real cause of death. So, like I said, an independent and a forensic investigation should be carried out on this particular matter. See you guys later.